Welcome to the lecture room. I am Dr. Vishwas Tiwari, Assistant Professor, Department of Biology, Nirmala College, Diocese of Ujjain. Today itself, I will express my valuable ideas about this topic. And once again, in a very energetic way, I am in front of you. Come to the next slide. This slide is illustrating that what the list of diseases caused by the virus especially. Why I'm just showing this slide? Because just systematically, see, what are the points? Disease, the name of the disease. Next one is the type of the virus or the genetic material which is present inside the virus. Organ which is affected, the particular organ is affected, and the transmission. How the transmission takes place. This is what the chart is very helpful for the students. Okay, so this chart, that's number one is influenza. The influenza is what is now currently is very related word. That is COVID-19 is very much related to the influenza. The word is that, okay? Because this target organ, that is what the respiratory tract. The respiratory system of our body actually is that the two systems are there in this portion. Several other, but there are two systems side by side. The digestive system, the digestive tract is there, and the respiratory tract is there. The respiratory tract is, or the respiratory system is divided into the two parts. There is upper portion and the lower portion. The upper portion is upper respiratory tract, URTI. Lower portion is known as lower respiratory tract. So URTI and LRTI. There is infection. As per the infection is the classification is there. Okay, upper respiratory tract and lower respiratory tract. What that nose, nasal chamber, that is laryngotracheal chamber, that is what the trachea, and then bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli and lungs are there. There is both upper and lower portion. This complete respiratory system. What COVID-19? That is the coronavirus and all the type of the coronavirus. There are more than 12 to 13 category of the coronavirus. Not only one coronavirus is existing all over the world. That is, there are more than 12 to 13 categories of the coronavirus existing and already present inside your body. So anyway, so this is what the COVID-19, the virus that we are facing. A dangerous effect of the COVID-19 is actually the mutated form of that coronavirus. Is already present there. It's already present. Yes. Anyway, that I will explain in later on. Okay, today itself in the lecture, I will tell you something about the coronavirus also. Okay, in the last of closing of this lecture. Anyway, so this is what the adenovirus infection. Next one is the central genetic material is the DNA. Here influenza in the RNA. Target organ is the respiratory tract for the influenza. Here for this lungs and eyes especially is affected. Okay, transmission by droplets and contact. Contact. Any disease is spreaded to the contact. That is known as contagious disease. As COVID-19 is contagious disease. Okay, as per the investigation, as I've seen in the newspapers that, okay, the statement of any scientist, doctor, I'm just remember the name of the doctor. Okay, so what that it told that now virus is blowing in the air. Now virus, the particles are in the air. Okay, but the investigation on what basis, on what proof is there that I'm not seen in the paper, whatever may be. But at present, up till now, the investigations says that what the COVID-19 or the coronavirus disease, novel coronavirus disease, is actually contagious disease. The disease spreaded through the contact. Through the contact. Anybody is having the coronavirus, or is just use touch to any object, or another person, healthy person is touching to an object, so then can be spreaded. But it's not meaning that the particles of the virus or the virus is the person that ultimately, immediately that enters into the body. It depends on the conditions. Yes, depends on conditions. Okay, the disease is not very dangerous, then the fear of the disease is more dangerous. So this is what that the coronavirus, that I will explain. Okay, the next one is the rhinovirus infection. That is the central genetic material is the RNA, ribonucleic acid. RNA, they are single-stranded, and DNA, they are usually double-stranded. Okay. Next, upper respiratory tract means which one is the upper portion of the respiratory tract? That is nose, nasal chamber inside the nose, and the bronchi, bronchioles up to the bronchi. Okay, laryngotracheal chamber. So what that systematically? Nose, nasal chamber, laryngotracheal chamber, trachea, and bronchi. This is upper respiratory tract area. And bronchioles, alveoli, and lungs, they are lower portion of the respiratory system. Okay. So rhino word is used for rhinology. Rhino means nose. That's why the related to the respiratory system. Okay. RNA, genetic material, usually droplet and contact infection. Okay, herpes simplex, central genetic material is the DNA, skin, pharynx, genital organs. These are the mainly affected by the effect of this virus, contagious disease. Next is chickenpox, varicella. Central genetic material is the DNA, skin, and mainly the nervous system is affected. Nervous system is the king of all the system of our body. Yes, nervous system is the king. The chief organ of the nervous system is the brain. Okay, so totally all the organ of your total body is controlled by the nervous system. And once the nervous system is infected, then this is no doubt the dangerous condition. So these viruses, they can invade, they can enter anywhere, everywhere. They are present everywhere. They are they are invisible. You can't, there is no weapons. You are not having any weapon just to fight with the virus because you cannot see the virus. Anyway, so next is measles or rubella. That is the central genetic material is the RNA, respiratory tract and skin, droplet and contagious. What is that? Contact is spreading. German measles, that is rubella, is a type of that. What the name of disease is decided according to the area of the country. That's why the name is given. Okay, that is mainly the skin is affected here. The central genetic material is the RNA. Smallpox. Yes, smallpox. The first vaccine of the smallpox is, I told you that Sir Edward Jenner, he discovered the vaccine for the smallpox. There's superstitious things are going in India. What that chicken pox and smallpox, what there on the skin, the spots are there. What is that using the name of the goddess? That is the Choti Mataji, Badi Mataji and all this like. So these are all the foolish nonsense things. They are using this word. Okay, this is nothing related to any goddess. This is what the infection of the virus, the smallpox and the chicken pox. Okay, as the Sir Edward Jenner, it goes to the very, very famous doctor, scientist, and just designed the first vaccine of the world. That is smallpox vaccine. Mainly the affected organ are skin and the blood. It is also contagious disease due to the droplet infection through the dust particles, aerosol particles, air pollution, whatever may be. This causes the dangerous diseases. Even the droplet infection is also responsible for some type of cancer. So avoid or protect this area, nose, mouth. As we are in current situation, we are using the mask and all these things, and especially for coronavirus. But we can say along with that, we are also just protecting ourselves from the other microorganisms. Okay, it's good. Next slide. This is next slide is again indicating that overview of the viral infection. This is viral infection. Now the viral infection need not to explain this slide actually. Right from head to tail, all the part of the tissue and the body is infected by the virus. No benefit and causing the dangerous infections, pharyngitis, gingivitis, and all common cold, rhinoviruses are, influenza viruses are, respiratory infection, what infections, whatever maybe there are different. This slide is useful. Okay, in the later on, you can take these slides on. You can just save in the pen drive and you can study this slide. Okay, this name of the several type of the viral diseases. Okay, and their disease caused and by the name of the virus. That which part of the body, that which virus infect to the which part of the body. That is, for example, that is encephalitis. What encephalitis? What indicates? Okay, see, encephalon is actually the medical term. It is used for the brain. Encephalon, encephalitis, your brain is covered by the three layers. It is dura mater, arachnoid, and pars mater. So what that the encephalitis, the infection, swelling, edema, redness, it takes place in these three layers of the brain and causing this type of the meningitis, that what meninges, because three layers, dura mater, arachnoid, pars mater are collectively known as meninges. That's what the name of disease is derived, meningitis. So according to this, you can study this. Okay, name of the organ, name of the disease, and name of the virus related to that particular organ. So this slide is just simple, the indication of the name of the disease according to the organ and the situation of the inside the body. Next slide. Now, this slide is very simple, especially for bacterial diseases. These are some common bacterial diseases, okay? That is, for example, cholera. I can start from here. Cholera. Cholera is caused by the Vibrio cholerae. That causative agent is a type of the bacteria, a comma-shaped bacteria. The shape of the bacteria is not rounded or the capsule shape. It is a comma-shaped bacteria. That's how the name is given, comma-shaped bacteria. And this is a classification as per the bacteriology. And this is what the exact taxonomical term it is used for, that the Vibrio cholerae. The Vibrio cholerae is caused the cholera disease. Mainly it is concerned with, or this disease is concerned with or restricted to the children's or newly born baby, or what that the children up to the age of the 1 year to the 5 years, because they are not very much hygienic. They don't know about that about which type of the water they will use or not, that, okay? Even that the condition is growing life, okay? So they are using that infected, contaminated water, and that bacteria is already there. So it causes that continuous dysentery and vomiting. These are the main two symptoms of the cholera. If treatment is not available, not proper diagnosis, even it can cause the death of that particular children. So this is cholera. Typhoid. Typhoid is actually, no doubt, is caused by the bacteria. As bacterial diseases, the typhoid, Salmonella typhi is the taxonomical term it is used for the we can say scientific name. Salmonella typhi is causing the dangerous disease typhoid. Okay, the typhoid is, this bacteria is extensively found in the spoiled and chunked contaminated food. Yes, the contaminated food. Okay, it causing the nausea, or the symptoms of the typhoid: nausea, okay, vomiting sensation, burning sensation, insomnia, okay, and anorexia, loss of appetite. Anorexia means loss of appetite. There are several other symptoms: continuous fever, okay, vomiting, uneasiness. Several associated symptoms are there, and these associated symptoms ultimately is that the incubation period. Yes. Now this word is very important. Incubation period. Incubation, the word is having the two meaning. That incubator is there, okay, where it is present in the hospital, okay, and a baby is kept inside that, okay, after just delivery there, okay, just to dryness for that outermost amniotic fluid is there, okay. That is also known as incubator, at a particular temperature. A machine, a device is there. So it's not a meaning here. The incubation period means the period of infection of a particular microorganism or bacteria or virus. That complete period of the infection is known as incubation period. So the incubation period of all the bacteria is different. It's not meaning that the incubation period, for example, the incubation period of the Salmonella typhi is approximately 1.5 month. Not days, 1.5 month. It can exceed up to 2 months. If anybody is infected by the Salmonella typhi, that will tolerate the painful condition up to the 1 or 2 months. If it is not cured, if it is not diagnosed properly by an expert, medical expert, then this time can exceed up to 6 months also. No doubt dangerous. Any disease can be dangerous if not properly diagnosed or not properly cured. Anyway, next one is leprosy. Very ugly and dangerous disease of the bacteria caused by the Mycobacterium leprae bacteria. This leprosy disease usually starts from the tip portion of these fingers. And here also. Tip portion. What happened actually, the first symptom, the first sign of the disease or symptom of the disease is sensation is gradually lost. That portion. Now sensation is gradually lost if you are facing any pimple. Okay, don't fear that. Okay, if you are facing any pimple and if you are just pinching or just penetrating to that pimple, if you are not feeling what positive or negative, pleasant or unpleasant, whatever may be your feelings, so this is what that immediately go to the doctor and just ask what is this. It can be the leprosy. Anyway, so what the leprosy disease, the dangerous disease, it is classified into the two category: wet leprosy and the dry leprosy. The wet leprosy is more and more ugly and dangerous. It is a highly infectious disease. Yes, it can cause even a drop of that pus that is secreting from the portion of the skin to that skin of the healthy person. Definitely that will spread to that skin of that person. Okay, so this is a dangerous disease, leprosy. These patients, leproid patients, are socially boycotted. Okay, they are kept in a separate room or whatever may be. So all that stress are also they are tolerating, whatever may be. Plague. Yes, I remember that beautiful city of the India, Surat, Gujarat. Okay, Diamond City. It's just now known as Diamond City, and 15th, if I'm not wrong, the 15th metropolitan of the India. Yes, somewhere in 1984 or 86, not confirmed that year, but this is the time period that complete Surat was facing the plague. More than 5 lakhs, 3 to 5 lakhs people would die due to the effect of the plague. Yes, this is what the causative agent is, a type of the bacteria. The name is Yersinia pestis, also known as Pasteurella pestis. Yersinia pestis or the Pasteurella pestis causing the plague. The host. What is the host of this parasite? Every parasite is having host. 1 host, 2 hosts, even 3 hosts. Every parasite. Okay, so if I will tell you that the host of the plague, the Yersinia pestis or the Pasteurella pestis, is, you will not expect what that, rat, mouse. The skin of the mouse, the rat is having this bacteria. Wherever the mouse is just passing in your houses and in object, means that the enormous population of the bacteria is there. Okay, and causing the plague. Mainly is just infecting the respiratory tract and even some part of the digestive system also. Next, tetanus, another type of the dangerous disease. Actually, the symptoms of the chikungunya, a type of the disease caused by the virus, okay, and the tetanus are more or less similar. But one difference is there that I will tell you the difference. So I'm going through that. Okay, chikungunya is caused by the virus Toga viridae, second category of the virus. I'm repeating, Toga viridae, second category of the chikungunya virus. That is the viral disease chikungunya. A lot of joint pain, intolerable joint pain. Okay, you can weep only, nothing else. Okay, dangerous. But similar symptoms are observed in the patient of the tetanus as the chikungunya. But the difference is that tetanus is also known as jaw-locked disease, as the name is indicating. Tetanus. The causative agent is Clostridium tetani. The Clostridium tetani or tetani, that Clostridium tetani is causing this infection starting from the jaws, my dear. And this is lower jaw, this is upper jaw, also known as maxillary jaw and mandibular jaw. This is what the connection of the jaw, styloid mastoid process as per the skeletal aspects. Okay, so this is what you are opening your mouth, okay, you are eating, you are just giving anything, okay, cutting, what that. This is what your jaws are now very easy and you are enjoying food. But if you are the patient of the tetanus, you can't enjoy even a drop of the water, you cannot enter inside the mouth because jaws are totally locked. This is what the main symptom of the tetanus is not observed in the chikungunya. So this is what the next one is, the difference, the basic difference between the symptoms of the tetanus and the chikungunya. Next is anthrax. Yes. What 9/11 attack by the Taliban on America? What is that World Trade Center? What that, if you are remembering that, okay. What happened that another bio war is just initiated by the Talibanis. Okay, they were spreaded the Bacillus anthracis bacteria over the New York. This is what the bio war. Okay, intentionally they spreading the bacteria. Okay, as per the news, okay, I don't know the exactly, more than 5,000 people were dying. This is what the bio war, that was this bacteria. Anthrax, Bacillus anthracis bacteria, bacterial disease. It can go in the dormant condition also. You can pack also. You can spread anywhere. This is what the dormant stage of the bacteria. As the seeds in the botanical terms, they in the summer season they are in the dormant stage, while in the rainy season they just germinates. So this is what. That's not the meaning that seeds are totally destroyed. It's not meaning that. Okay. Anyway, tuberculosis, very common disease, very popular disease. Tuberculosis, Mycobacterium tuberculosis is the name of the causative agent as per the taxonomical term. It is used for that by Linnaeus. Mycobacterium tuberculosis, mainly associated with the respiratory tract infection, URTI and lower TI both. What that? Okay, so URTI and LRTI, what this totally infected in the last stage of the disease, even the blood with the cough and bulgum is coming out from the mouth. Okay, is the dangerous stage. Continuous sneezing, coryza is the main symptom of the disease. Proper treatment is required. The incubation period of disease is, it can exceed up to the 1 year also. The dangerous tuberculosis, the disease, causing a lot of pain to the chest area. Okay, if proper diagnosis, treatment you are getting, no problem. If not, then it causes the death of the patient. Anyway, whooping cough. This cough is actually that the whooping cough, dry cough, wet cough. Okay, that is not the liquid or droplets are not coming from the mouth. The whooping cough is just producing a very characteristic sound like a dog. Okay, that the symptoms of this cough. Okay, diphtheria, another disease of the bacteria. Okay, pneumonia. The word is Diplococcus pneumoniae. There are two rounded bacteria structure. This one name is cocci, coccus and coccus. That is Diplococcus pneumoniae, and the diarrhea. The diarrhea that is usually is restricted, associated with the children. Okay, due to the contaminated food and all. So this is just against the explanation of the some bacterial diseases. Come to the next slide. Now come to the some as per the syllabus that some specific disease I will explain. As I already told you that this is endless topic, but some specific as per the syllabus I will explain. Okay, the number one is malaria. Now I remember the name of the two eminent doctors, I can say scientists. Okay, Dr. Ronald Ross and Sir Charles Lavren. The credit of the discovery, investigation, research of the malarial parasite and the malaria goes to these two eminent personality, Dr. Ronald Ross and the Sir Charles Lavren. Okay, now we are having malaria is not actually a lethal disease. It can be curable, it can be easily diagnosed. Okay, but there are actually parasite of the malaria is actually not the virus and bacteria. The parasite is actually protozoan. The protozoan is unicellular protozoan, parasitic pathogenic protozoan. The name is Plasmodium. There are 4 species of the Plasmodium existing all over the world. Number 1 is Plasmodium malarius, extensively or mainly it is found in the Indian area. Plasmodium vivax and oval is found mainly in the American European area, mainly. It's not a meaning that's also found in our area. Okay, and the most dangerous species of the Plasmodium is the Plasmodium falciparum. So all the 4 species of the Plasmodium, they're causing the different type of the malaria, or I can say the incubation period of the disease caused by these 4 parasites are different. For example, the incubation period of the malaria is caused by the Plasmodium malariae is 6 to 10 days. That is mainly in the Indian malaria, what that known as Indian malaria, or I can say the species is extensively found in the India. So that 5 to 10 days is the incubation period of that complete malaria disease the patient is facing, tolerating. Okay. For example, that Plasmodium vivax and there is benign malaria, tertian malaria. That is what increasing that 25 days, 1 month, 2 months, but falciparum malaria, also known as internal malaria. It can exceed the incubation period up to the 6 months. That's why the name is internal malaria. Continuous fever. What the symptoms are mainly includes, that's very simple, that everybody knows the symptoms of the malaria, that is shivering with the very high rise of the temperature, that is fever even up to the 105. Okay, that is normal is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit. It can exceed up to the 100, 101, 102, 103, 4, 5, even exceed up to 105. This condition is near about more or less for the brain hemorrhage also. Yes, not malaria. Okay, already is facing the malaria and even the brain hemorrhage. Okay, so this is dangerous. High rise of the temperature. But this is interval fever with shivering. With shivering, even in summer season also. Using the clothes to cover the body. Okay, whatever maybe. So this is what that the shivering with interval fever. Every approximately 3 to 4 hours, the interval fever is facing by the patient. The interval fever is actually the stages of the plasmodium in the body of the that is of the patient. Okay, there are two hosts actually, mosquito, and the next one is the human beings. There are two hosts. So the sexual reproductive cycle of the plasmodium is completely furnished in the mosquito, and asexual is in the human beings. Now let us see that the photographs of the mosquito. Yes, this is mosquito. Not a very simple mosquito. This is the female Anopheles mosquito, not causative agent of the malaria. This is carrier of the malaria. This is carrier. This is not causative agent. Means that plasmodium is in the saliva of this mosquito. So this is carrier, and the causative agent is the plasmodium. So plasmodium is just carried by this female Anopheles, not by male. Only the female Anopheles. The difference between the male and female, I can tell you. Okay, these appendage of the mosquito is blowing in the air. Okay, while in case of the male, is the sitting position of the male is that all the appendages are just touching to the surface of the skin. This is the difference between the sitting position of the male and female. Okay, so this is what the female Anopheles, the complete arthropod insect, the entomological aspects, that is the compound eyes are there. Okay, and the bodies with that, the blood, maybe your blood or mine. Okay, that is they are sucking because they are performing the sanguivorous nutrition. What is this sanguivorous nutrition? Means all those organisms, they suck the blood for their nutrition. They totally depend on the blood for their nutrition. They are known as sanguivorous organisms. The sanguivorous organism or the nutrition is known as sanguivorous nutrition. So this is parasite, no doubt, and sanguivorous also. It totally depends on the blood. Accidentally, the mosquito that is sucking the blood, piercing the proboscis in the skin, and simultaneously what the blood is sucked along with the lot of that sporozoites, trophozoites of the plasmodium. This is what that now mosquito is blowing and just settled on the skin of a healthy person. Now you can think that what will happen. Okay, next. This is generalized photograph of that the two hosts, that is the mosquito and human body. Plasmodium life cycle. Simple. The plasmodium life cycle is actually complete into the two hosts. It uses the two hosts. A very small microscopic organism using two hosts. Just sexual reproductive cycle is totally completed into the body of the mosquito. And asexual cycle is completed in the body of the human beings. In the sexual body state, the gametocytes are formed. These gametocytes are microcryptozoites and megacryptozoites. Microcryptozoites means male, megacryptozoites means female. These microcryptozoites and megacryptozoites, they combine, fertilization takes place, formation of the zygote takes place here, oocytes are formed, oocytes are formed, and these sporozoites are released into the body of the mosquito. Now these sporozoites are now totally spreaded, and ultimately they are in the salivary gland of the mosquito, and now they are in the saliva of the mosquito. Now these sporozoites are ready. Okay, once the mosquito is biting to anybody, okay, these sporozoites will be penetrated, injected into the skin of the healthy person. Okay, come to this point. This is for the asexual reproductive cycle. Now these sporozoites, they are converting, the stages are developing. Okay, haplozoites. These haplozoites are merozoites. Again, merozoites, they are into the asexual reproductive stage. The part, or I can say the cell in the blood is mainly infected or affected by the effect of the plasmodium or the stages of the plasmodium. They're actually RBC. See, RBC is the red blood corpuscles or red blood cells. These red blood cells are bounded by the molecules of the hemoglobin. Always they are bounded. Actually, red blood cells are not red. They are pale yellowish in color. They are pale yellowish. But they are permanently bounded by the molecules of the hemoglobin. They appears red. They are not red. That's why the name is given red blood cells. So what will happen actually? So infection due to these merozoites, and they are just infecting to the red blood cells. What will happen? The red blood cell will damage. So what the foundation of the hemoglobin and red blood cell will lost. So this is a dangerous condition. Okay, the quantity of the red blood cell gradually decreases or decreasing now. So it will causing a lot of problem in the respiration also. How? Just simple process. The red blood cells, they are bounded by the hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is bounded by the oxygen, exchange of the oxygen in the alveoli, in the lungs. So what carbon dioxide, the molecules of the carbon dioxide in the oxygen, they are bonded with the series is now very simple. The total series will break due to the infection of this, the stages of the microorganism plasmodium. Now next stage is schizont stage is forming here. The trophozoites are, but in between the schizont and trophozoites they are formed. The trophozoites are shrinking in that RBC, and they're forming a ring-like structure. That's why it's known as signet ring stage. Inside a liquid is there, and that liquid is having or producing a poison known as Schaffner's dots. They're produced in that ring stage. This is the stage where anybody or the patient is facing the interval fever. This is the stage of the interval fever, where the signet ring stage, exact word is signet ring stage. Schaffner's dots is the name of the scientist who discovered the poison granules inside that. That's what the name is given, Schaffner's dots. So this Schaffner's dots is the enough that all these conditions, okay, causing the interval fever and with shivering. Okay, what will happen now? This stage definitely will change into the next stage. Okay, the complete schizonts and this complete cycle will complete. So what will happen? That fever will decrease gradually after a particular interval. This is what the very specific symptom of the rise and down of the fever. Okay, anyway, fever is not actually disease. Okay, come to the point. Fever is not actually disease. Fever is the condition of fluctuation of temperature of the body. It means that your body temperature is not cope up with the environmental temperature. It's not balancing with the environmental temperature, and you are facing the fluctuation of the temperature. This is simple fever. So fever is not this, but fever can be the cause of any other disease. Even the rapid rise of the fever can cause the death of the person, a brain hemorrhage also. So it is very, very, I can say it is essential, okay, just to minimize the fever by using the tablets. As we are using Combiflam and all these tablets, just to minimize the fever, crocin and all. Okay, anyway, so this is what these are the gametocytes, and all these stages are passing. And what again the mosquito stages is one. So what, see the two hosts are used by this plasmodium, a very small microorganism. This is what malaria. Now, what is the treatment? What are the preventions? Preventions, very simple. What dustbin and all this, we can say dirty things, okay? To avoid all these things. Cleanliness and all these things, okay? To avoid the development of the mosquito in that particular area, because the mosquito is a carrier of this disease. Okay, so this is very important just to protect from the malaria. Treatment is readily available. Lariago injection, it is present in the medical store, is very effective for the treatment. Chloroquine phosphate. What now? This is very popular name, even that just for the experiment only, not the treatment for the coronavirus disease or COVID-19. Even hydrochloroquine, that is actually the medicine for the malaria. Okay, it is also using for the, we can say, to kill the coronavirus, but there is no effect. Okay, somebody is, as per the investigation or as per the news, that somebody is facing the increasing immunity power due to this, but I am not satisfied by it, because this is a pinpoint, this medicine is for malaria. Anyway, so investigations are going on. Okay, next slide. Come to the next disease as per the syllabus. Elephantiasis or the filariasis, as the name is indicating. the patient is suffered by this disease, the part of the body of that patient looks like elephant. That totally swell up, a dangerous appearance. That's what the name is given, or the name is derived, elephantiasis. The actual name is filariasis. Yes, because the name of the parasite is not bacteria, it's not virus, even is not that protozoan, it is roundworm, helminth. That roundworm size from 0.2 millimeter to the 3 to 4 millimeter. That the size approximately. It is present in the blood. A very small roundworm is present. Once it is entered in the body, it directly circulate with the circulating your blood, and what will happen? That worm will multiply in the blood and easily will enter into the lymphatic ducts. As I already told you that the arteries and veins, they are associated with the lymphatic duct and lymphatic nodes. So easily exchange of the worm from these ducts to this lymphatic duct. Now what will happen? The lymphatic duct will swell up, and definitely that appearance of that particular, for example, this is my, these are all fingers. For example, this portion is infected by the filariasis or this disease. So definitely this thumb will be of this size, complete this size. You will not expect this type of the appearance of your body, but the things are going on. Dangerous, I will show that the appearance of the patient. Now come to the point, how the worms is look like. Okay, it looks like this. This is worm. Worm looks like this snack. Okay, in between the RBC. This is the complete, the slide is illustrating the blood, a portion of the blood. And these are worms just passing into the RBC. Okay, now you will not, you can't see that. Okay, and even you can't take a single piece of the food after looking this slide. See the patient infected by the filariasis or the elephantiasis. You cannot see the patient. This is normal leg and this is infected leg. See the difference between the leg of these persons. Okay, they are totally unfortunate. The incubation period exceeds up to the 1 year. They are tolerating. Dangerous effect, even sensationless, the portion area. Okay, the dangerous disease, the totally infection. You cannot see where the finger, appearance of fingers is lost. Where is thumb? Where are the other fingers of this foot? Okay, you cannot easily identify. Here you can see very easily. There are the systematically arrangement of the digits of the foot. Where are the digits here? Totally lost due to the infection of this worm. Now I will tell you the name of the worm. The name of this worm is, no doubt, commonly it is known as filaria worm, but the actual name, as per a taxonomical term, it is used by the Linnaeus, Wuchereria bancrofti. I am repeating, Wuchereria bancrofti, Bancroft, the discoverer of the worm. Okay, so Wuchereria bancrofti is the causative agent of the elephantiasis or the filariasis disease. Okay, another, again a very ugly but a dangerous symptom. Cannot see that, you cannot eat the food after looking this, what that symptoms. Okay, the infected arm is this much of like size of the elephant, and this is a normal arm. Even the arm is also infecting. That infection is spreading to that arm also, that complete portion of the foot. So what the complete portion of the portion of this complete leg here, this portion and this portion, both they are totally infected. Dangerous disease. What is the reason of the disease? Disease is caused due to the contaminated water, junked food, contaminated food, and non-cleanliness. If the cleanliness is not followed, unhygienic conditions, all these things are causing this type of the dangerous diseases. So see the leg, this leg is totally infected, swell up, no sensation. This is normal. Okay, come to the next disease, another dangerous disease, no doubt, but without any pain. You will not expect that any disease you are facing or anybody is facing the disease or any infection is not facing the pain. No, but here also you can. The symptoms are very, very interesting. The word interesting is not appropriate here, but I can use that, okay? you will see that I will explain the symptoms of this African sleeping sickness or trypanosomiasis is the name of the disease. Sleeping sickness. The patient of the trypanosomiasis, the facing that the deep sleep and ultimately the death in the condition of the sleep. No pain, but the deep sleep forever, up to the till death of the person. So this type of the symptoms are observed to the patient of this disease. Okay, African sleeping sickness or the trypanosomiasis. As I already told you that all the parasites, trypanosoma is protozoan, not roundworm. The protozoan, the trypanosoma is a flagellated protozoan, like Euglena flagella is there. Okay, Euglena is not parasitic. Okay, so trypanosoma is a parasitic, is a one flagella is there. A patch-like nucleus is there. I will show you that diagram. Okay, so also having the host. A host is a fly, not mosquito. I can show the photograph of the host. The host of the trypanosomiasis, this is host. This is not mosquito. This is fly. First, it is observed. It's extensively found in the area of the Africa. Okay, and the African, Western and Eastern Africa, mainly Western Africa area, what that having this that extensive population of this fly. The name of the fly is very interesting. CC fly. The common name is CC fly. So the CC fly is actually the scientific name is Glossina. Glossina. So this CC fly is having that compound eyes and all that. See that reddish, sharp proboscis, piercing proboscis, like a very sharp spine is just penetrating the skin of your hand or skin of any cattle also, okay, or any other animal also, and just injecting the what they are injecting? They are injecting the trypanosoma. This is the trypanosoma. There are two popular species of the trypanosoma. I'm remembering Trypanosoma cruzi and Trypanosoma gambiense. There are two popular species of trypanosoma, and this trypanosoma, what is the unicellular, no doubt, and it is in the crowd of the RBC of your blood. Just a simple animated diagram. This is what that photograph. Okay, just for the explanation only. Okay, so this is what that these are the cells, white blood cells and red blood cells, and between the trypanosoma is just moving. Okay, so causing the deep sleep and the death of that patient. So this type of disease, okay, see the infection cycle, okay, trypanosomes, CC fly, how it passing to the human, okay, in the wildlife, even the cattle and all, and trypanosomes are passing. Okay, this is what that all are infected by this disease. Now come to the next slide. This is very important word, as I already explained about the immunity. The branch of the biology deals with the study of the fight of that, the study of the, we can say, specific of the cells. They are meant for the protection, and they are the soldiers to fight with the causative agents or the infectious agent. Okay, they are just governing the immunity power, and their study is known as immunology. So this is what that complete study of the cells, they're governing to the immune system, that is lymphocytes, macrophage cells, B cells, T cells, etc. This all completely governing the immunity. Okay, now come to the points, the next slide. These are the complete types of the immunity. What type of the immunity you are just facing? Immunity, you are having that in your body. They are actually weapons, hidden weapons you have, and only because of this immunity power, these cells, now you are surviving, you are spending your life very easily. Otherwise, what will happen? What these bacteria, viruses, these enemies are ready to enter inside your body. And once they are entered in the body, so definitely, gradually your tissues of your body will lose and you will die. See what that as far as this concept of the immunity power, the immunity power is very much related to the that in the current situation of that pandemic disease, that is the coronavirus. See, those they are having the very strong immunity power. Even that the coronavirus is present inside the body, they are surviving. What quantity of the coronavirus is inside the body, that is another matter. Some amount of the coronavirus is entered in the body. If it is not infecting to the particular respiratory system, you will not die, definitely. But a major quantity of the coronavirus they are inside the lungs or respiratory infection, then that patient is the corona-positive patient. This is actually the meaning of the corona-positive. Anybody is not corona-positive. Even that, the part of the body is having the coronavirus. You are touching anything, you don't know that portion is touched by any other person having some lacks of the virus. Even that, you will not be the corona-positive. What exactly the corona-positive, the meaning is that once the virus is entered inside the respiratory system, part of the respiratory system up to the lungs in a very, very large quantity, and now facing the lot of difficulty for the respiration, that patient is in the very, very dangerous condition, require the treatment in the ICU. This is what the corona-positive patients. There are two, symptomatic, asymptomatic. Okay, that I will explain. Okay. Now, so this is what the immunity power is directly related to that. So the immunity power is still classified into two categories: innate immunity and acquired immunity. As I already explained that. Okay, innate means by birth. Here that adaptive. You adapt the immunity power due to the triggering of that any particular antigen, pathogen, allergen or enemies. Next, again the innate or the immunity power classified into the specific and non-specific. Non-specific need not to explain about. There is no clues for that specific condition, or here against a specific antigen. A particular antigen is there. Here the passive immunity power is again classified into the two categories: natural and artificial. That is, natural means from mother, placental circulation to the fetus. Here from administration of the antitoxins, antisera and immunoglobulins. Okay, these are related to the antibodies. Okay, next, active immunity power is actually natural and artificial. What about the natural? That is infection, recovery and actual disease. Yes, and artificial, that is immunization and vaccination. Okay, anybody is facing immunization, vaccination, that's children's, okay, newly born babies and other, okay. It means that vaccination or immunization is activating the lymphocytes in the body. This is also a type of the immunity is developing in the body. Okay, so this is the chart. This is absolutely indicating the immunity system of your body. Come to the dangerous disease, AIDS, acquired immune deficiency syndrome. This is the full form of this abbreviation, AIDS. Actually, the incubation period of the AIDS starts from 6 months to even it can exceed up to the 3 years. And the symptoms are not immediately appearing in the body. Symptoms are appearing after the invasion of the virus after 6 months. Dangerous. Means that the persons, they are having the HIV positive, they are looking healthy. There is no problem at all, but they don't know their blood is having that HIV positive. Human immunodeficiency virus. This is full form of the causative agent of AIDS disease. HIV positive. There are two strains of the virus, HIV positive and HIV negative. Human immunodeficiency virus positive strain and negative strain. The human immunodeficiency virus positive strain is actually responsible for the AIDS. And there are some misconceptions related to the AIDS. The AIDS is not actually, or I can say, not totally caused by the sexual contact. Not totally caused by the intercourse between the two persons, partners. One of them is infected by the AIDS. Okay, it can be the possibility of the AIDS, but it's not meaning that 90% of the AIDS is caused due to this condition. No doubt, prostitution and all unhygienic conditions, so everything is going on. Okay, need not to explain here. Okay, what that is things. Okay, they are also responsible for it, but only at the condition that anyone of these two partner is infected by the AIDS already and the blood is in the contact, otherwise not. But 80 to 85% AIDS is caused due to the unhygienic blood transfusion. Whenever you are going for the blood donation, always be extremely careful which type of needle is used by the nurse or anybody is using, the medical staff is there. Otherwise, you will receive a dangerous AIDS virus. Now I will show the structure, a generalized structure of the human immunodeficiency virus. Okay, so as to understand that what type of the structure, what is inside the virus, everything. Okay, basically this is the virus looks like a flower. Yes, okay, a beautiful virus, no doubt, but dangerous. Okay, the outermost area is actually covered by a proteinous coat. Okay, and some enzymes are there. There is a reverse transcriptase enzymes enough for the, we can say, replication of that central genetic material. That is single-stranded RNA is present, ribonucleic acid. In the virus or in the, especially in the bacteria viruses, I can say there is only one genetic material is present, either DNA or the RNA. But in our cell, DNA and RNA both are present. This is what the difference between that, the presence of the genetic material. Okay, you will not expect that on two genetic material, that is DNA and RNA, both simultaneously they are present in the virus. Only one genetic material is there. So in the AIDS virus, that is HIV positive, that is what the single-stranded RNA is there. Besides this, a lipid layer is also covering to the virus. So the proteinous coat is there, lipid layer is there, protection. Okay, lipid is not easily, I can say, dissolve in the temperature conditions, very high temperature, very low temperature, they are unaffected. Okay, and one more thing is very specific, the spikes are there. The virus, the spikes are just originating here. The viral genome is there, phospholipid envelope is there, capsid protein is there, and these are the spikes of the virus. Okay, there is transmembranes of the glycoproteins. These spikes are made up of the glycoproteins that are present. What these spikes are enough to penetrate the surface of any, because a particular infectious tissue, they just adhere with the tissue firmly by these spikes, and they start infection and injecting the genetic material, a rupture of that the proteinous, the lipid coat. This is what the way of infection is creating by the virus. The cycle of the multiplication of the virus inside the cell is actually known as lysogenic cycle, lytic cycle. And this virus, within fraction of seconds, the population, they increase enormously in the body, in the tissues, and causing the infection. Viral infection is very rapid. Okay, it depends. So this is structure of the HIV positive. Come to that symptoms of the HIV infections. Lymph node, what are the symptoms of the AIDS patient? Okay, after that symptoms, after 6 months or approximately, they're appearing. What? Swelling of the lymph nodes. Here also, here, the portion of wherever the lymph nodes are there. The maximum lymph nodes, they are present in the area of the neck. Okay, respiratory system, dry cough, pneumonia, sore throat. That is, what about the condition of the muscles? A lot of pain in the muscle, joint pain. Okay, here headache and difficulty in concentrating, means the concentration power is lost. Okay, gradually skin rashes, fever, and what? Night sweat is secreting continuously. Digestive system, what about the condition of digestive system in the AIDS patient? Nausea, continuous vomiting and diarrhea. What about the nails? Thickening and curving of the nails. The nails are not straight, they are curving in a very uneven position. Okay, weight loss and the fatigue. Always they are facing the fatigue. These are the common symptoms, and now you can see the direct photograph of the AIDS patient. This is direct photograph of the AIDS patient. First sign of the HIV positive, pimple on the skin, you can see here. These pimples are now purplish pimples, and they will convert into bluish pimples. After that, it increases the infection. So this is what something about the AIDS. Come to the next is the cancer. This is vast field actually, oncology. The whole explanation of the cancer is not possible in a very small time period, but some key aspects I will explain as per the syllabus. The cancer is the branch of the biology deals with the study of the cancer is known as the oncology. Genes, they are infected or abnormal, they are present or damaged cells of the cancer, they are known as oncogenes. The agents, even they are living or non-living agents, usually radiations and what the chemicals, they are known as carcinogens. These are all that, and the genes, they are mutated, the mutation in the cancer, oncogenes, that is totally the cancerous condition. A sign of the crab is used for any cancer care trust or the hospital, because as the crab, the chelicera of the crabs is just penetrating or just capturing to anybody, is that okay? Similarly, the cancer is just capturing and just removing from the body after leaving the calicina. Second thing is that why the sign is used for the crab. Okay, the second thing is that the way of the infection of the cell is near about like a sign of the crab. Okay, the first sign, that's for the name, that sign or the symbol of the crab is used for that in the cancer. So the cancer is dangerous, no doubt. Different kinds of the cancer, I can show you that here. Some common carcinomas are there. Carcinomas related to the lungs and the breast cancer. Leukemias, these cancer are the several type of the blood cancer, malignant tumor, malignant cancer. Lymphomas, adenocarcinoma, lymphoma. Some common of the sarcomas, fat, bones and muscles are covered. Colon, bladder, whole total body is totally covered by the cancer. I will tell you that the name of the system of our body, that all the organs and all the tissues of that systems can face the cancer. That is digestive system. Right from the lips, right from the mouth to the anus, mouth, okay, pharynx, what that esophagus, small intestine, large intestine, stomach, pancreas, liver, all can face the cancer due to the infection. Okay, so this is dangerous. This is various part of the bodies facing the cancer. Next, similar, what type of the cancer we are facing? The male and female. Throat cancer, cancer of the esophagus, lung cancer, stomach cancer, bowel cancer, cancer of the bladder, prostate cancer, testicular cancer, skin cancer. Similar here also, throat cancer, cancer of the esophagus. Okay, similar that, okay, breast cancer, mainly associated with the female. Okay, what bowel cancer and all other cancers similar to that male. So the whole body. Now see the cancerous cell, a beautiful photographs I'm just illustrating, okay. This is a beautiful photograph of the cancer along with the other cells of the tissues of your body, connective tissue of your body. These are the cancer cells just spreading into the tissues and just covering to the healthy tissue of your body. And you are facing the cancerous cells. Cancer is not like that, the infection of that AIDS virus infection is very, very slow. Up to the 6 months, you will not see the symptoms of the disease. But here in the cancer, once that cancer started to any part of the body, it starts rapidly. First stage, second stage, and third one is metastasis. This stage is the advanced stage of the cancer. Dangerous. Okay. Next is cancer treatment options. Unfortunately, I can say, as per the investigations are going on. Research is continuous process. Serendipitical research or any other, it's continuous process, okay, in seconds and minutes. But there is no proper treatment of cancer all over the world is present. Even that we are trying to eradicate from the cancer. These are some common treatment of the cancer if it is in the first or second stage. If it is in the metastatic stage, you are very, very dangerous, or even that is almost impossible by this treatment or this therapy. Okay, what is therapy? Hormonal therapy, very common. Surgery, especially for the non-malignant cancer. Here, bone marrow transplantation, okay, another if it is bone marrow cancer. As the malignant, chemotherapy, very common therapy, radiation therapy, targeted therapy, radiation therapy and immunotherapy. At present, we are having these, we can say, treatment options, but after some time, we will see another very, very, we can say, revolutionary therapy is coming. As totally entered in the some metropolitans in India and in all over the world. Okay, that is gene therapy. That is total removal of that infected gene, particularly, and the injection by the micro, we can say, gun or ballistic micro gun. That is what that ballistic gun. That is what the infection, we can say, the pouring of that healthy genetic material. This is what the gene therapy. This is definitely, this will be the revolutionary therapy. Okay, and what will be the most beneficial aspect of this therapy is that the genetics, we will, now it will be possible that to overcome from the genetic problems. Yes, definitely. Now come to the point. The next is, not last and least, what that the current situation or the COVID-19 or the novel coronavirus disease. I know that this is not in the syllabus of class 12th, but this is the disease. The topic is human health and disease. just for the few seconds, I'm just giving the proper information about the coronavirus or the COVID-19 disease because that's related to the topic. Okay, this will help you for your general knowledge and for your competitive exam also. Point number one is COVID-19 is actually the name is given to that disease. This is first observed in the 2019. That's why the name is given. Coronavirus disease 19. Okay. Novel coronavirus, there are coronavirus families present already. They are existing. There are more than 12 to 13 coronaviruses they are existing all over the world. But this virus is totally mutated form, and this is a new mutated form of the what that already present coronavirus. That's why the name is given novel coronavirus. The structure of the coronavirus is more or less 90% is similar to the HIV positive. Okay, I can show you that this is the structure of the coronavirus, novel coronavirus. Now, why this virus is dangerous? Actually, there are two basic strains of the virus is existing all over the world. In the European countries, in the American area, what the coronavirus, the spikes of the coronavirus are double spikes are there. Double or triple spikes are there. So these double and triple spikes are enough to adhere or to cover up that the tissue of the body, especially the tissue of the respiratory tract, the body, very firmly. So it's not easy to remove from that area. This is what in the India, fortunately, it's not the word fortunately I'm using here, okay? Even that we are facing the death of a lot of persons here, okay? But that in India, these spikes are only one or maximum two spikes are there. One spikes are there. So the grip of the virus is not as like that, the grip of the American virus, novel coronavirus. So this is what the grip of the coronavirus. Then all the rest of the structure is similar to the that HIV positive. The central genetic material of this virus is the single-stranded RNA, as similar is present into the AIDS virus. The outermost proteinous coat capsid is made up of the protein, okay, and covered by a very thick layer of the lipid. That layer is protecting the virus from the fluctuation of the temperature and all the environmental condition. That's why we are facing the existence of the virus in all the season. Why this virus is not killing? Because of that, the fluctuation of temperature the virus is unaffected by the fluctuation of temperature. Virus is unaffected in the drastic rainy condition. Everything. Because of the presence of a very thick layer of the lipid is present, covering to the protein, and from the lipid layer, the spikes are coming out from that virus. This is what that the mutated coronavirus, the novel coronavirus. This is a beautiful photograph of the coronavirus. Another photograph just for observation only. This photograph and that photograph is the difference is that the spikes are very, very large. Even broad spikes are there. Spikes are not similar in the shape and size. They are small, large spikes. Okay, it's firmly adhere with the mucosal tissue of this throat area entering through the nose and the mouth. That's why we are using the mask. Why it is advised by a strict advice from the medical organizations and WHO. Why you are using the mask? Why you are covering to your eyes and all this? Because the virus is very small virus. Even 70 Arab virus approximately. Once this much of the population of virus is inside your body, then you will be the corona positive. Otherwise not. It's not 1 or 2 virus or 1 lakh or 2 lakh or 10 lakh or 1 crore or 2 crore viruses. They are just into the nose areas, not in the lungs area. You will die. No, not at all. Second thing is very important. The actual things now I will express. The immunity power of your body plays a significant role to fight with this virus. Because at present, as per the information, discovery, investigation, we are not having at all any vaccine for this virus. We are just experimenting the things. We are using the medicines, remdesivir and all these hydrochloroquines and all. Okay, we are experimenting on the body of the patient. But we are not just curing to that patient. We are just protecting. We are just giving the advice, strict advice to the patient. Just make the social distance and use the mask to protect yourself. That's all. because this is contagious disease. This is spread through the contact, touching the things. Another information just airborne that I am not satisfied with that because I am not having any proper literature about that. Anyway, so at present this is contagious. So every day, every second, every minute, new things are coming, new information is coming about the coronavirus. It means that things are not properly going. There are two types of the patients that are existing all over the world for the COVID-19, asymptomatic patients and symptomatic patients. Those they are having, just showing what the symptoms of respiratory tract infection, definitely are corona positive, and they're asymptomatic, they are totally healthy. Even that virus is present inside the body. It's not meaning that asymptomatic patient will die. No. Asymptomatic patient, okay, they are carrier of the virus. If they are sneezing or they are touching to any portion, they are using their finger like this, viruses are there, they are shaking the hand to any other person, they are spreading the virus. And I told you that microorganisms, they develop in fraction of seconds. So in lakhs, crores, Arabs, millions, billions, virus will develop. Okay. The last slide to the second one is that symptoms of COVID-19, just for the information only. What are the main symptoms of the COVID-19 is facing by the patient all over the world? Fever. See, fever is not, we can say, disease, but what type of fever is just facing by the corona positive patient? The fever is continuous fever. Even you are taking tablet, the fever is not minimizing. That is the condition. Next one is cough. A lot of cough you are facing. Speaking power, respiration, inspiration, expiration. You are not easily just performing this action. This is the condition. Okay. Shortness of breath or difficulty breathing. The breath are not deep breath, not easily deep breath. They're short breath. Okay. Chills. Okay. Muscle pain, headache, sore throat, new loss of the taste or smell. Yes, these are the new symptoms are observed in the corona positive patients. Loss of the smell and the taste. Was congestion or running nose. Okay. This is another symptom. Okay, not dry cough. Okay, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea also. If anybody is facing these symptoms, even they are taking the tablet, common tablets, not just feeling well, he or she immediately goes to consult with the doctor or any other that completely the things and setup of the government and just cure. Just what. So this is for the symptoms of the COVID-19. Individuals with the COVID-19 have had a wide range of the symptoms reported, ranging from mild symptoms to severe illness. Symptoms may appear to 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus. These symptoms appear in 2 to 14 days. Incubation period is very short. And the last point is, this list does not include all possible symptoms. Okay? Just emphasize, okay, if you develop any symptoms and think you have been exposed, call a healthcare professional immediately. So this is something about that, just key points about the coronavirus, and a lot of literature is available in the internet and all over the books. You can go through that. And this is what, not last and least, I have told you that this is endless chapter. Just conclusion. I am concluding the chapter. I can't conclude the chapter because this is endless chapter. Okay. So, you cannot fight with the virus, bacteria, and microorganisms. These are the hidden, invisible enemies. They invade when, where, you don't know. So what that, as per the conclusion, protect yourself, follow all the guidelines by the government, and be hygienic, cleanliness, follow all the things, and spend your healthy, wealthy life. Thank you very much. For further questions and queries, you can contact. Okay, my name is Dr. Vishwas Tiwari, as I told you that, and my mobile number is 9407 126 126. You can contact, you can come. You're most welcome in the beautiful campus of the Nirmala College. Thank you very much.
For latest videos and updates, like, share and subscribe. For instant notifications, press the bell icon.